What's up, everybody? I'm SS Multiverse, and today we're talking about Beerus versus Hit, and also the preview for episode 72 of Dragon Ball Super. So if you haven't already watched the preview for episode 72, I recommend it. It's very interesting, the artwork and animation they have for it. And yes, I say animation as well because there's a lot of still frames. Hopefully that's only in the preview and not in the actual episode. But that aside, we see in the very last second, we see this weird looking Beerus's mouth. But that's all we need is that 1 second to prove that we are probably going to see Beerus versus Hit in the next episode. Now, is it really going to be a fight? It's hard to say because Super rarely has fights for very long as it is. They try to keep them short. And usually with fighters with big power differences, they try to keep it really relatively short. Like, for example, when it was the Omni King Xeno versus Zamasu, a lot of people are saying that he was just going to wipe him out and it wasn't going to be a fight. And they were correct that literally he just got wiped out of existence and it wasn't really a fight as it was. So I actually do believe that there's going to be some type of battle or at least a scene involving them two. It's going to be very interesting to see how Beerus reacts to seeing Hit after all this time. I think it's kind of annoying that we have yet another scene where Beerus and possibly even Whis might come later are bailing out the Z fighters from their problems. I heard a lot of people complaining about that throughout Super, that the writers were kind of having these god level characters to kind of bail out Goku and Vegeta whenever they need to be saved from a danger that they can't overcome themselves. For a while it seemed like they're trying to cut away from that, but now it seems like with Goku using his Xeno button and now this, that it's come full-fledged back. And even if Beerus and Whis say they're not going to intervene, now it's pretty much meaningless because you know that they are, because if they keep jumping in like they have been, them just saying it doesn't really mean anything anymore because you have to judge by actions, not by what they say. Now, if you're wondering why Beerus would kind of jump in this fight, like why he would even care that Goku is about to die, the answer to that is obvious. He has to keep Goku alive and ready for this next tournament involving Xeno, and he knows that Goku and Xeno have a connection, so he's going to want to keep Goku alive at this point. So I think the way the scene is going to go down is Hit is going to be about to finish off Goku, or at least he's going to get the upper hand on him. And then I think Beerus is going to arrive. And let's say they are going to fight, and Hit just doesn't even care. He's about to go against the God of Destruction, and he just charges him head on. Like, how would this fight go down? And I know there's absolutely no consensus of how strong Beerus is. It varies severely from one person to another. I've heard people saying that Goku is 70% as strong as Beerus. I've heard others say that Beerus is 10 times stronger than Goku, 100 times stronger. It really varies by person to person. I personally believe Beerus to be about maybe twice as strong, somewhere in that ballpark, as Goku. I may make a video about why I believe that, but just a short list of my reasons would be that Vegeta made Beerus the angry Vegeta Super Saiyan 2 made Beerus use about 10% of his power. I heard some people say it's a mistranslation, but I have yet to see a copy of Super that has the corrected translation, so I'm still going to use it. Also, when Goku fought Beerus, he made him bleed and left marks on him during their battle. That doesn't mean that he was actually harming Beerus to any severe degree, but to even make marks on someone, you have to at least be inflicting some type of damage on him. And then we said Goku and Vegeta in the Resurrection F Saga could take on Beerus if they teamed up. So that would further kind of help my conclusion that Beerus is about twice as strong. And then Beerus was concerned about Goku when he used Kaioken. That's probably thrown out there more than anything else. And this is before the scene where he's just like, where we said, oh my, do you think that you'd have problems if Goku did this to you? That was before Goku even powered up to his maximum too. That was just when he first used it. That was before he reached his maximum Kaioken power too. And to me, he looked concerned. A lot of people were looking at his face and saying he had different emotions. To me, he looked concerned. And then lastly, Goku exhibited a lot of great feats versus the merged Zamasu. And the Supreme Kai and Gowasu said that the Merge Zamasu was exhibiting power that they've never seen. Does that mean that Merge Zamasu is stronger than Beerus? I don't know, but I do think that was some proof that at least Goku's in the ballpark of Beerus's power, because if Merge Zamasu is that strong that they're feeling it, that I feel like Merge Zamasu must be in the ballpark of Beerus. But if I talk any more about this, it'll have to be a video for another day. But that's why I believe Beerus to be about twice as strong as Goku. That doesn't mean it's just a fact, it's just what I believe. But anyways, if you're about twice as strong as somebody, at first I thought Hit maybe had a chance, and let me explain. This is before I watched the preview for episode 72. I thought Hit actually got a lot stronger because he literally came in here and one shot Super Saiyan Blue Goku. That'd be a feat that'd even be impressive by gods of destruction standard, to one shot Goku, just literally kill him in one shot. They would have to use one of their better techniques to do so. But then in the preview for episode 72, I completely changed my mind because it shows Super Saiyan Blue Goku fighting Hit head to head. And that makes me believe that Hit has absolutely no chance against Beerus, because if he's having this much problems with someone like Goku, imagine what somebody twice as strong as Goku could do to him. And even though Hit has some really good techniques like time skip and some of these new techniques he's shown, if they're not working on Goku, which it seems like, and when I say not working, I mean like not finishing him off right away, there's no way they're going to inflict damage on Beerus. He's just way too strong. So I don't think that's even an argument to be used. Beerus can take out Hit because he's just simply too strong. And also a lot of people forget that Beerus's full power has never been seen before, but even more importantly than that, we don't even know what abilities he has. I mean, it came to a shock of everybody, his new Hakai technique, in which he literally obliterated Zamasu. I mean, that came out of nowhere. So he has a lot of techniques we have yet to even see in the series. So just imagine, like, Hit may have all these really good techniques like time skip, for example, but Beerus might have things that are even better than that. We don't know yet. So just saying that Hit could win because his techniques alone doesn't really work. Another big factor in this fight would be if Beerus reached the limit of speed for Hit's time skip. Because remember, Goku, like in his Super Saiyan Blue form, was getting destroyed by time skip. The 0.5 time skip one, even 0.2 was inflicting a lot of damage on Goku. But when he used Kaioken times 10, he was way too fast. He was just way too ahead of that technique. Does Beerus reach that limit is a good question for this fight. I think most people would answer yes. I'm not so sure, but once again, I don't think it makes a difference because Beerus's body is stronger than Goku's. So even if Hit hits him with his time skip ability, doesn't mean it's necessarily going to hurt him as much as when he hit Goku. It might not hurt him at all, in fact. So I don't really think that's much of a factor, but it's something to look out for if they were to fight. And then lastly, I do want to talk about Beerus's Hakai technique. Nowhere in the series did it say it can literally just destroy anyone or anything. I hear a lot of people coming at it. It's just simply not the case that that's been stated yet, because that's saying that he could go up to the Omni King and just use it and destroy him. And everybody knows that's not possible, or minimally not stated to be true in the least bit. Just in my opinion, I think the technique can be used on anyone weaker to him, or I'd even say if someone's close to his power, it'd probably fail as well. Like, I don't think he could use it on Champa as well. Not because he's another god of destruction. I just think he's too close to his power. I think you have to be a decent amount of power stronger than somebody, and then it's like an instant kill. However, I'll fill in for Hit fans for a second here. The Hit believers, I will say that a lot of people are just saying that Beerus can Hakai Hit and it's a guaranteed win. In order to use that technique, it seems like you have to have grab the person and then be within a very short distance. I don't think Hit would allow that unless he was already beat up. I think he could use time skip to get away. It's just my opinion, so I'll side with the Hit fans for once. Even though I say Beerus can easily beat Hit in a fight, I don't think he can Hakai him right from the start. I could be wrong, but it looks like he has to be really close. I'm just saying I think Hit could escape it if he used all his abilities that he has with the time manipulation. So minimally, Beerus would have to beat him up first. So with all of that being said, I think the conclusion is obvious. If these two were to go in battle, I think Beerus would win for sure. Like, I'm extremely confident that Beerus would win this fight. He's much stronger. He's much faster. We don't even know what all his techniques are. Even the techniques you're seeing already fantastic. Hit doesn't have enough firepower to really inflict damage on Beerus. And even if he did get his moves off, I think Beerus's body is too strong. It's too hard. I think you'd punch him, it just wouldn't really hurt him. However, I will side with Hit fans and say he could maybe catch Beerus off guard a little bit with his techniques. And I think he can at least escape maybe a finishing move from Beerus, maybe once. But the longer the fight goes, the more I side with Beerus and who's going to win. And all in all, I don't think this is going to be a long fight. I mean, it seems like they have a low budget for this episode anyways. I think this is going to be a short altercation. Maybe he's just going to grab Hit right from the start, or maybe just hit him once and, and then try a finishing move or something. And then maybe Weeze is going to come and stop him or something. I don't think this is going to be like a legit fight or anything. I think this is going to be like very short and very to the point. And I think Beerus can easily win. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think for Beerus versus Hit. Do you think this fight's going to happen? If this fight did happen, who do you think would win? Who's stronger, faster, better techniques? Do you think Hit even has the slightest chance? Let me know in the comments. I'll read them like always. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.